Hello everyone, I am Evelyn Melgi, and I am here today to ask you two very important questions. The first one is, how many of you feel like something is missing from your life? And the second question I'd like you to ask yourself is, who am I? I've asked this question to many people, and the responses I've gotten include, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a daughter, I'm my occupation, I'm rich, I'm poor, I'm sad, I'm happy. I believe we answer these two questions based on programs that we inherited throughout our life. And right now I'd like to share a short video clip that I created that might help you answer these questions in a different way. The title of the video is called Reignite Your Inner Light. Enjoy. Imagine with me for a moment that you are standing near a lake. It's dark and cold with a storm raging. In the distance, you notice a glimpse of light that shines so bright it almost blinds you. You can feel its warmth and you have a strong desire to move closer to it, but something is blocking you. You begin to feel frustrated because no matter how hard you try to move towards this light, something is holding you back. Just as you're about to give up, a bolt of lightning exposes this invisible force. You rise to your feet, eyes open wide, and in front of you is a brick wall. On each brick is an unhealthy program that you inherited. As you begin to scan all these bricks, you become overwhelmed, wanting to run away, but something deep within you is telling you to let go, to finally let go of all these unhealthy programs. You make a decision to finally let go, and as you do this, each brick begins to crumble to the ground. And as the last few bricks fall to the ground, you suddenly realize, so this is who I am. I'd like to share a story with all of you about how I was able to let go of an unhealthy program, which was not dealing with my emotional pain. When I was just 17 years old, a dear friend of mine had been killed by a drunk driver while he was riding his motorcycle. I decided not to go to the wake or the funeral because I thought it might be too painful. Soon after that, I developed anxiety attacks, which eventually turned into full-blown panic disorder. And the doctors had me on many different medications and nothing seemed to really help. And one day, my husband at the time decided he was going to take his motorcycle out for a ride. And when he did, I started having flashbacks about Frankie getting killed on his motorcycle. The pain was so overwhelming, but I sat there with it, and I knew that I needed closure from my friend's death from 27 years ago. So I decided to find out where he was buried, and come to find out he was only a mile around the corner from my house. So my family got in the car with me, we drove to the grave, and when we got there, there was a bunch of blackbirds hovering over my car. And I just yelled out, "Frankie, where are you?" I had no idea where his grave was. So those birds, they flew straight ahead, took a left turn, and hovered over a grave. Sure enough, when we got there, it was Frankie's grave. I got out of the car, and I sat there, and I let all my pain out. I cried and cried. And I felt so much relief when I left. I finally got that closure that I needed. Then a few months later, my oldest daughter, Mindy, came up to me and said, "Mom, my friend Caitlin was just killed in a car accident." I knew at that moment what I needed to do for my daughter. We did go to the wake. We went to the funeral. We went to visit her grave many times. My daughter got that closure. If I hadn't let go of my unhealthy program, I wouldn't have been able to be there for my daughter. In closing, after I processed the death of my friend, my anxiety attacks disappeared and I'm no longer on medication. I came to realize through all of this that what was missing in my own life was my inner light. And who I really am is that light. We all have that beautiful light within us. It just needs to be reignited. Namaste.